Imagine opening a tomb that's been sealed for thousands of years. What if, shortly after, those who dared enter began to die under mysterious circumstances? Welcome to the story of the Curse of the Pharaohs, a curse said to bring death and misfortune to anyone who disturbs the tomb of an ancient Egyptian king. Let's dive into the eerie events that surrounded the discovery of Tutenkhamun's tomb and explore whether the curse could have been real. The idea of the Curse of the Pharaohs originates from the belief that anyone who disturbs the tomb of an ancient Egyptian pharaoh would suffer a terrible fate. This curse is most famously linked to the discovery of Tutenkhamun's tomb in 1922 by the British archaeologist Howard Carter. When Carter and his team opened the tomb, the legend of the curse seemed to come alive. Soon after, several people involved in the excavation started dying under mysterious circumstances. The most notable of these was Lord Carnarvon, the British financier who funded the excavation. Carnarvon died unexpectedly from an infected mosquito bite shortly after entering the tomb. His death, combined with the other subsequent deaths, sparked widespread belief that the curse had been unleashed. But there's another layer to this legend: the treasures found within Tutenkhamun's tomb. Golden statues, jewels, and the famous golden death mask were among the wealth unearthed. Some believe that these treasures, with their incredible value, could have been protected by a curse meant to keep robbers away. Did these priceless items come with a supernatural warning? What was it about Tutenkhamun's tomb that led to this eerie legend? Tutankhamun, often referred to as the Boy King, reigned for only 10 years before dying mysteriously at a young age. His tomb was discovered almost untouched, filled with incredible treasures. A sign that this tomb had not been looted like so many others, preserving the riches of the ancient world. For archaeologists, this was an extraordinary find, but it was also a stark reminder of the king's final wishes. What makes the tomb even more chilling is the fact that it was sealed with elaborate burial practices, meant to ensure that Tutankhamun could safely journey into the afterlife. Alongside the treasures were elaborate ceremonial objects meant to accompany the king into his eternal life, a testament to his divine status. These included ritualistic swords, stone-carved animals, and miniature furniture. Some researchers suggest that these items were not simply for the king's afterlife. They were guardians, meant to protect the pharaoh's legacy from robbers and desecrators. Carved into the walls of the tomb, the most famous inscription reads, "Death shall come on swift wings to him who disturbs the peace of the pharaoh." But could this be just a warning, or was it the manifestation of an ancient belief in curses meant to protect the dead? Tutenkhamun's tomb, with its intricate riches and cryptic warnings, became a symbol of power and a cautionary tale to anyone daring enough to disturb it. After the tomb's discovery, the deaths of several people involved in the excavation quickly fueled the myth of the Curse of the Pharaohs. Lord Carnarvon, as mentioned earlier, was the first and most high-profile death. His sudden passing due to an infected mosquito bite shocked the world, especially as he was the one who funded the entire excavation. But Carnarvon's death was only the beginning. Others who had connections to the excavation also met untimely ends. Among them was Sir Bruce Ingram, a close friend of Lord Carnarvon, whose house burned down shortly after his friend's death. Others, like George Gould, who was a financier involved in the excavation, also died mysteriously. Even people like the Egyptian workmen who were present at the tomb's opening reportedly met untimely deaths in the years that followed. But were these deaths truly linked to the curse, or were they simply coincidences, amplified by the media frenzy surrounding the excavation? Some argue that the curse could have been a product of psychological suggestion or mass hysteria. After all, the discovery of Tutenkhamun's tomb was one of the most significant archaeological finds in history, and with so much attention on the tomb, it's likely that any unusual deaths would have been connected to the curse. However, others insist that the string of events that followed is too coincidental to ignore. Despite the overwhelming public belief in the curse, scientists and historians have long attempted to debunk the idea. One prominent theory suggests that the deaths could be explained by biological causes, particularly bacteria and fungi, that were likely trapped in the tomb. The tomb, sealed for over 3,000 years, would have harbored pathogens capable of causing illness. In fact, it's possible that exposure to these harmful microorganisms could have led to the illnesses and deaths that occurred soon after the tomb was opened. One potential culprit is the Bacillus anthracis bacteria, which causes anthrax. Evidence shows that anthrax spores can survive in ancient tombs and can cause a fatal infection when released into the air. Other researchers have suggested that the tomb's sealed environment could have created conditions for fungi to thrive, leading to respiratory infections in the team who opened the tomb. However, these explanations still don't fully account for the sheer number of people who died under unusual circumstances, nor the timing of the deaths. Was it mere coincidence, or was there something more to the curse than science can explain? Despite the scientific explanations, the curse of the pharaohs continues to haunt popular culture. The deaths surrounding the discovery of Tutenkhamun's tomb, the cryptic warnings carved into its walls, and the media frenzy that followed have all contributed to the myth's enduring power. This ancient curse has become synonymous with danger, mystery, and the supernatural, captivating generations through movies, books, and documentaries. What does the curse of the pharaohs truly represent? Was it merely a superstition created by the ancient Egyptians to protect their tombs and treasures from robbers? Or does it speak to something deeper, a belief that the dead could defend their legacy from beyond the grave? The mystery surrounding Tutenkhamun's tomb and its curse has only grown with time, becoming a constant reminder of the unknown forces that ancient civilizations believed in. Despite our modern scientific advancements, these forces and their power to mystify are still beyond our full understanding. So what's the truth behind the curse of the pharaohs? Was it simply a myth, or was it an ancient belief meant to protect the tombs and treasures of Egypt's most revered rulers? The deaths surrounding Tutenkhamun's tomb certainly make for a fascinating story, but they also highlight the complexities of human psychology and our need to understand the supernatural. While the mystery may never be fully resolved, what remains undeniable is the cultural significance of Tutenkhamun's tomb and its treasures. The boy king, despite his early death and brief reign, became one of Egypt's most famous pharaohs, largely due to the remarkable discovery of his tomb and the legendary curse that followed. In the end, whether you believe in the curse or not, the tomb of Tutenkhamun continues to be a symbol of the power and mystery that surrounded ancient Egypt, leaving behind not just treasures and warnings, but also a legacy that continues to captivate and inspire us to this day. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the curse of the pharaohs. What do you think? Was it just superstition, or is there some truth to the legend? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more of the world's most intriguing mysteries.